to today's core, and I think this is core 3. It is going to be a little bit of a mix of some Pilates movements, some movements that you do see in some fitness classes, but also some movements that we do in yoga. Now, one thing I've realized by doing a lot of yoga is we actually don't use, we do use our body, but the only thing that we do is lower ourselves down through chaturanga. We never really push ourselves back up. So we want to be learning how to use our body to help our yoga. So that's where a mix of fitness does come into it. So some believe we don't want to be adding fitness within our yoga, but I purely believe a mixture of a little bit of everything helps your yoga, helps your daily life. So let's get to it. Be open-minded. You can have some bricks if you want to, but let's get started. So we're going to start in a seat. Welcome to put a block underneath you and just simply start to roll the shoulders out, sway the ribs, just like we would do in Strictly Come Dancing or ballroom. Just moving it out. Roll down, roll it up, roll out the wrists. Maybe have a full body stretch and a yawn. So you either love core or you don't like core. Unfortunately, it is part of something that we need to do to build our strength. So let's find a little bit of stillness now. Hands can be on the knees or they can be in a bowl. Give the jaw a little wiggle and let's close down the eyes. And let's find our breath. Simply finding the inhalation through the nose and out through the nose. You can find that slight constriction in the back of the throat, finding your ujjayi breath, or just simply an equal breath is perfect. Just steadying your mind, connecting to the breath, and preparing yourself for what is to come. The breath is so important when it comes to yoga, because obviously it is our life force, it's prana or pranayama. But it also helps you to remember if a pose becomes harder or the body needs that breath to help you in harder poses. So here's a little reminder to stay connected, stay calm, elongate the breath if you need to, but don't hold the breath when it becomes hard. And with that, I wish you a beautiful practice. Blink open the eyes and let's start our big Sufi rolls. Let the head go, let the body go. And we'll change the direction. Excellent. And gently come back to neutral, reaching the arms out the side, and we'll just go from side to side in towards our lateral flexion. Beautiful. Come back up to neutral, interlace the fingers behind the head, and the same dips. So have a dip towards the side, rotate, bring it back, and up. Go over, rotate, bring it back, and up. Rotate, back, and up. One more each side. So not only are you having a side stretch, we're having some rotation. We bring it back and up and over, rotation, bring it back and up. Keep opening the heart, arch the back for our seated cow. Rounding in, coming into our seated cat. Again, opening up, inhale. And exhale. Again, lifting it up. And round it in. Opening it up. bring it in. One more. Opening it up and bringing it in. Lovely. Gently coming back to neutral, making our way into 4-point kneeling, tabletop. Stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, knees hip distance apart. My favorite movement, so sway it, move it. This is the perfect time to get any sticky bits, clunky bits, bits moving. Get into the wrists, get into your feet, get into your head. Have a little bit of a sway. Lovely. And if you feel like incorporating a little bit of cat-cow, but with some fluid movement, you can scoop your way up. And as we come back, you could lift the knees an inch. I'm keeping my toes tucked. You can, of course, have them released and press on top of the feet. Your choice. Either way, for me, I like my feet to try and have a little bit of a work as well. So flexion through. It's quite nice. Couple more. Good. And then gently bring it back. Nice. Release the toes. Your right knee is going to tap your right wrist. Tap and place it back. Tap and place it back. Now, if you feel your wrists get a little tired, of course, you can come up onto your fists. You can, of course, come down to your forearms. It just lessens the space. But we're just going to keep going with that right foot, just tapping the wrist and back. You got 2 more. Tap and back again. Tap and back. Switch sides. Tap and back. Tap and back. A couple more. Tap and back. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more. Good. Right knee is going to tap your elbow and you're going to hold it here. Good. Press up to the shoulders. Hold, hold, hold. Now I want you to shift forward. A little shift forward. Shift, 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 and back. Second side. Knee taps in, you shift forward, and it's a little shift, look forward, shift, shift. Oh, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back, sit back, roll out your wrists, roll out your shoulders. I find the smaller compacted movements are really tough. You can really feel it. So the smaller, the better, the more concentrated as well. Good, gently bring it back. Your right knee is going to tap your right wrist up to your right elbow, across to your left wrist, left elbow, and gently bring it back. Second side, left wrist, left elbow, right wrist, right elbow, bring it back. Again, right elbow, right wrist, left elbow, left wrist. Switch sides. Left elbow, left wrist. Right elbow, left wrists. Good. Push back, release. Woo. Good. Rock around, sit onto your bottom. Roll all the way down very slowly. Nice and slowly. Let's just give those arms a little rest. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Bend your knees. Be really strong. Draw your navel in towards the spine. Now, if your neck hurts, and I've got quite a soft and fragile neck at times, so don't pull on the neck. Your core is the one that wants to be doing the work. So if you remember at the gym, you do these crunches and maybe the head was moving as much. I don't want that. I want you to think as you're lifting up, it's the core that's holding you up there and then you bring you down. So let's try that. Bring your chin in towards the chest. Use the core to lift you up and roll down. Slow. Lifting up on the inhale down on the exhale. We'll do 5 more. Up and down. 4. 3 to go. 2 to go. Last one to go. Good. From here, lift your knees. Keep your knees over your hips. Reach your arms, but your arms are going to tap your knees. Now, their arms are here to stop you from bringing your knees past your hips because this becomes easier. You want to imagine it's like a tabletop. Now, keep the hands where they are. They're not doing anything. It's just the legs. Right toe taps down, comes back up. Left toe, back up. Keep the core engaged. Right and up. Down and up. Down and up. Keep the core strong. Now, if you want more from this exercise, you can extend your legs just a little bit more. You can straighten them, but don't let the knee pass your hips. Good. You've got 4. We have 3. You have 2. We have 1 more. Excellent. Stretch those legs up, give them a little shake. You can interlace the fingers behind your back, or you can support your lower back. My back, it does get quite bony and it digs in, so I'm going to support my lower back. So with your feet, you do circles. So they can be little small circles like this. And we can start to make them a little bigger. Now, watch your back, watch the core, which is why sometimes it is much more comfier to support the lower back. So it's not digging into the mat, you're not hurting yourself here. Good, change the direction. Lovely. And bring it back, hug your knees in. Okay, next little exercise. Again, support your lower back if you choose to. Now, if you can, imagine you're going to lift your legs up and down. Now, mine doesn't go very far. It's a little umph and down. Don't use your legs to sway. It literally is a little up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. You've got 4, 3, 2, 1. If you've got it in you, bend your knees, let go of your back, hold on to your knees, or you can use your hands. Rock and roll yourself up to a boat pose. Little rock. Rock and roll, all the way up to your seat. And then you can roll back down. You have a little rock and you can come back up and a little roll down. If it doesn't feel good for your back, just add little rolls forward and back. So little ones don't have to go all the way up. Little rocks, little rolls. 2 more. 1 more. Meet me back on your back. Good, lovely. Give yourself a second, roll it out here. Okay, now you're going to draw the right knee into your chest, extend the left leg away. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Now, chin towards your chest. Imagine we're in that plank pose, so you're really strong. If your head starts to ache, support it with your hands, okay? And hold it here. If not, be here. That right knee is going to tap your elbow or tricep, so it's going to have to move. Tap, tap, tap. If you're here, it's going towards your nose. Tap, 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 tap. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch over. Straight away. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both knees in, rest the head. Options to have little rocks here or back to the bigger rocks, rocking up to boat. Rock, woo, a little bit too much force, and back. Roll, and back. Roll, and back. Roll. One more. Good, roll it down, have a little rest. Good, roll to a side, make your way into 4-point kneeling, into tabletop. Good, tuck your toes, sit bones back to heels, lift up into your down dog and walk it out. Pedal it out, sway it out, notice your hamstrings. Woo-wee. Very good. Lovely. And when you're ready, let's ripple it forward to plank, protraction, back to your downward facing dog. Again, lifting it up and back. Again, forwards and back. Now, as you go forward, draw your right knee towards your nose into a one sort of legged plank. Back to down dog. Switch sides, left knee to nose. Keep shifting forwards and back. One more, knee towards the nose. This is going to be the tough part. Now, the right knee that's up, tap it down onto the floor. Take a minute and lift it back up towards your nose, rounding and protracting through the shoulders. And back, and up, and down, and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, hold, back and up, downward facing dog, walk it out, sway it out. Left leg, knee to nose, hold it here, then lower it down, and up, and down, and up, and down, and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, back downward facing dog, pedal it out, well done. Oh, lower it down, push back child's pose, give yourself a little moment here, roll out your wrists, catch your breath. Really excellent. Let's get into our obliques now. So what I'd like you to do is sit on a hip. I'm sitting on my left hip and I'm going to come down to my forearm. Any shoulder issue, please maybe widen the hand. You can come up a little higher. You can come up on some fists. Make this comfortable. However, I want to target a little lower. So very simply, you're just going to lift up and down. I like to actually hold my side rib cage to make sure I am using that oblique, but we can lift the arm and you can thread it through if you want a rotation. We can lift it up and bring it down. Let's do 5 more. 3, 2, last one. Lovely. Come up and hold it here. I'm going to place my hand on my hip. You're going to do little dips. Dip, dip, dip. Now this helps us with our side planks, your side crows. 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Holy moly, up and over. Second side, step yourself up. Now, I do have a dodgy shoulder on this side, so always being mindful of those areas. So simply lifting up and down, up and down. If you're adding the arm, it could be lift up on the inhale. Of course, you can thread on the exhale. Lifting up and threading. Again. 4 to go. 3, 2, last one. Hold up with your dips. Dip, 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 dip. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Relax. Best news yet, roll onto your belly. Ooh. Slide onto your forearms. Squeeze your glutes, but roll out your shoulders. Stretch through your belly. Lovely. Come back, rest your head, bend your knees, have a little windscreen wipe of the legs. Excellent. Gently come back and up through your tabletop. You can sit back onto your shins, roll out your wrists. And let's have a little stretch through our arms. Have a little stretch over. We can stretch it up. Other side. So these type of exercises, yes, they may be part of the fitness side, but they are really useful to help and add strength to our practice. You can add them in any vinyasa flow or any flow. Gently interlace the fingers, puff your chest, move it out. Lovely. And then gently find your bottom. Give yourself a little shake. Options to stay seated. Or you can roll down with me, hug our knees in, shake our legs out. Whew. And I'm going to have a twist here, so dropping the knees over to a side. It doesn't matter which side. I'm going to keep my hands interlaced behind my head because I can lift and reground. Up and over to the other side. And coming back. And let's settle in for a final resting place. May that be in butterfly with me, legs straight, out, it does not matter. What matters is you are comfortable. Close down the eyes, give yourself a moment to think, wow, how your body feels, what you've activated, what's been turned on, and the heat that we have activated through our bodies. Remembering strength comes with practice. And we always need to practice the things that are our weakest, and that for me is my core and my legs and my shoulders. So all the places where I know strength needs to be. As always, you are more than welcome to stay relaxing, stay lie down, carry on with your breath, and even maybe find a place where you can maybe just meditate for a little while. Or if you want to, you can roll to a side with me, and you could always bring yourself gently up and finding a seat. Raising the arms up towards the ceiling, down past the midline. Thanking this body for doing what it does every single day and challenging it, especially with this challenge. Namaste.